Hello everybody and welcome to another part of the home renovation series. So I haven't really filmed any intros to the past videos because I was just like going with the flow and I thought it didn't need an intro. This one does. This video is going to be about decluttering, mostly my mother's things. So there will be talk about grief a little bit, especially when it comes to her wardrobe. So if you're not up for that, I totally understand, and please then don't watch this video. We had a lot of decluttering to do. We have like a whole area downstairs that used to be a shop. Dad and I, we really buckled down, especially him doing all of the work that I just couldn't do. The shop is looking so much better. So I filmed a few clips of like one of the days where I decluttered downstairs. There were weeks of that, but I thought that wouldn't make a very good video. And I also decluttered Mum's wardrobe. In the meantime, a lot has like changed in that. I shot a few after shots like a couple of days ago, so you can see how it looks right now. And we also did the pantry, where I didn't film anything because it was full of food that had gone off and we had to throw basically everything away, which was really horrible, but had to be done. So I didn't film any of that. But we also have like a laundry room that I did. That was just a junk room. Honestly, that whole thing was just junk. So that I decluttered. And then the kitchen. So the kitchen took me, I would say, a week to declutter. I didn't film much of that because I got so overwhelmed. Again, this video, there is a lot of grief coming with decluttering things from a loved one that has died. So it was just really hard for me to go through all of her things because my mom loved to cook and to bake. So getting rid of some stuff in the kitchen that used to be hers was just really draining. I just thought I'd give a little heads up because I think this video really needs it. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy. I've been putting the editing off for a while, and yeah, I'm happy when I can just put this out and then take it off because we're almost done with all the decluttering of Mum's things. So that's really good. That's a positive, at least, to end this. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and thank you so much for being here and for watching. And yeah, I hope I see you again soon. Have fun. Hello and welcome to the biggest project that we have in the house. So this is what we call the shop because it used to be one. It used to be a shop, but we still have quite a few things that just need to be thrown out. We already had one container here where we cleared out all the back area, but as you can see, we still have a few things that have just accumulated that were mostly from my mum, but also a lot of my old toys and stuff. So we have done most of the putting stuff in boxes and throwing away, but we still have this left, and then this is all ready for throwing away. So I thought I would just film a little video here because that's just the reality of owning a really big house. You just accumulate a lot of stuff. This is also stuff that I have to look through that has not been checked, and I don't know if I want to keep any. We still have a few boxes where I can put in stuff, but yeah, we will see. See, with stuff like that, it's just a little bit of decoration, but I know that my mum loved this. And here's a weird thing about grieving. On the one hand, you're like, this is not gonna remind me of my mum, right? Like, I have so many memories with my mum. On the other hand, you're like, yeah, but she did really like it. So it is kind of hard to let go of those things, but at the same time, I'm like thinking about Swedish death cleaning, and I'm like, I don't want that anyone else has to deal with this. It's hard enough that I'm dealing with this, so I will put this on the side And if I don't find a spot for it, I will have to throw it away. But that is only recycling now. So already a good run. I didn't film it, but I found, surprise, surprise, even more recycling. So just cut all of that up. I think we're making good progress, honestly. I know it doesn't look like it, but it feels like it. Do you know that feeling of being overwhelmed just looking at a task? That's where I am right now. The issue is that this is all mum stuff still. And it's been almost a year, but I'm still not. Yeah. All right, let's tackle this. What on God's green earth am I looking at? Is that a calculator? Not dealing with that right now. Not dealing with that right now. Now, my best friend Martin saw this. It's it's an ancient vinyl player. And he was like, oh, that's so cool. And I was like, take it. Just take it. Take it. He didn't take it. So now it's here. Ooh. And some of my old dollies. I'm not keeping those. I'm pretty sure my mom made this, you know. But I cannot keep everything. Like I even remember some of these clothing bits. But yeah, that can also. That leaves you 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes in a bag to still sort through, because I'm pretty sure these are things to already keep, if I'm not mistaken. I have my electronic box here, I have my keeping things here, and I will be brutal because these are things that we have not seen in 8 years, so I feel like, how much can I miss them, right? I swear, the bag in a bag in a bag in a bag. Mom really had figured that out. See, these are still wrapped from the move. We moved here. Oh, these are sick. We moved here in 2018, and they have been lying in here. Found a tiny fridge. So I'm sure they won't be missed, you know what I mean? Are you kidding me? This was the first camera that my parents gave to me to bring with me on like school trips when I was a child. It even has a sticker with my name on it. That's a keeper. Are you kidding me? I got my dad this Mustang because he loves Mustangs. Literally, 10, 15 years ago? That is so cool. I will actually bring that upstairs to him so he can put it up again. That is dope. I will keep those. Those are really cool. There's still a lot of money in there. Anyways, if I continue doing it in this speed, I will never get done. So I will stop talking and start getting through these boxes. So this is stuff to keep. This I still want to look through if maybe selling or keeping. This is all just recycling, but the rest is all done. I'm actually really proud of myself. It took so much longer than I thought, but there we go. all done for today. So I really wasn't sure if I was going to film anything here. This might never make it online. But this used to be my mom's closet. So my mom passed almost a year ago. It's April now. My mom passed in May. Her closet has been untouched. And there is a weird thing about decluttering and grief, because a part of you is like very logical and thinking, this person will never need these clothes ever again because they're not with us anymore. Then there's this part of you that's trying to hold on to everything because, especially when you're sentimental like me, you connect memories and feelings with certain items. So obviously with some of the clothing pieces that my mom wore all the time, I will remember all those times. So you kind of want to cling on to them. But then there's also this part of me, and I did that downstairs as well, where I'm just like, Swedish death cleaning, Swedish death cleaning. Do I really want to bring all of these things to a new place with me? No. Do I really want that when I'm not here anymore, that somebody else has to look through all the same things again and decide keeping or getting rid of? No. I will start this today. I have a bit of a plan. I will keep some stuff. Maybe that's silly to some people. I don't care. It's my mom. And I will do it how it feels right for me. So I will grab a box from downstairs to keep like one box of items that I associate with my mom a lot. And then I will have a donate pile and a trash pile. So everything that has like holes in it, that's really old, because my mom never bought new clothes. These are all ancient. But she kept really good care, you know, like she always made sure that they look nice and everything. I definitely have that from her. I rarely ever buy new clothes. And I cling onto the ones that I like for as long as I can until they break. I will just see how far I get. If I do this for 2 minutes, that's good. If I get the whole closet cleared out, even better. But there's one thing when it comes to grief that I've learned, and that is, well, there are a lot of things that I learned about grief, but one of the things is that nobody will do it like you. The relationship that I had with my mom is unique, and how I go on with my life will be different to anyone else's experience. There's like a ground base that is probably the same for everyone, but I'm sure that there's people who lost someone and they just got rid of everything because they didn't want anything in the house anymore. I'm sure there's people who never got rid of anything. And you know what? Everything is valid. There is no right or wrong way to go about this. I'm thinking of myself first, then of my dad, and then of just our whole situation with us like moving house and stuff. So that's the tier list of priorities. So yeah. So that just as a little disclaimer. I actually don't know if I will ever post this, so yeah, maybe I'm just stalling. I'm probably just stalling, but I will just get through this and yeah, just see how far I get. This one literally has holes in it because you wear it all the time. Okay, I didn't film anymore, but this is the wardrobe. For this and this, I need my dad to Tell me if he wants to keep any bedding. This is the pile for keeping. I know it's a lot. I don't care. This is still a pile I have to look through. Throw away. And when I said that my mum kept really good care of her clothes, I meant it. Because this, oh my god, I can't even, there we go. This is the donation pile. I don't know if you can tell how much there is. It's wild. Okay, we managed. So this is what I'm keeping. And we had 4 of these to donate. I realized I never really showed any proper after shots, but I put a lot of mum's wool into this wardrobe now, and I also managed to clear out this unit, which is really cool. So these still hold some blankets and stuff, but most of this is all done. Hello and welcome to my dad's kitchen. This is my parents' kitchen. Technically, it's still my mom's kitchen, even though she's not here anymore, because my dad doesn't really cook, and I would say he uses probably 5% of what's going on in here. So because he is at work today, I thought it might be a nice surprise to tidy, clean, and declutter a little bit in the kitchen. So something that I wanted to do for my dad for a while is, my mom had a lot of Tupperware. So this and the bottom one, and also some in here. And I just know that we're not gonna need all of that. Now I would bring that to a charity, but a lot of these things are very old and used and just not nice anymore. So I'm going to clear these 2 out and then make space for my dad to put some stuff in, because I think that would be nice and he would appreciate it. So it is an hour later. I don't know if you can see much of a difference. I can. So these are all cleaned. The window is cleaned. The window in the bathroom is cleaned. And I also sorted this one out so I can put Dad's tea stuff and protein shakes and everything in that drawer so he can actually use it. So I'm really running out of steam today. So I will give this a break and then come back to the rest of the kitchen another day. Okay, I only filmed like one drawer in the kitchen declutter, which was this one, which has in the meantime changed again because I put all of the Tupperware down here. So I didn't really film anything else in here because it took me like 3 days. But I cleared out all the bottom drawers. So most of these are actually empty now, which is crazy. And with that, I also did the pantry. I'm not fully finished, that's why there's still 2 bin bags in there. And there was, because we didn't really, my dad doesn't cook and we didn't really look through it. So basically everything that was in here we had to throw out because it had gone off in the year that my mum has passed now. So this is basically all empty, except for like a few little bits, like some teas and stuff. So this one I have already done. This is mostly just like for baking stuff, but I still have 2 to go, and the freezer I also have to clean out at some point because I'm sure most of that has also gone off. And then in here you would have seen is like the laundry room. So I was really proud of this one because this was just a dumping ground, and now everything is stored in here, which is great. But yeah, this is how it's looking right now, and I will finish this off today, and then the decluttering will be fully done in here, which is just great. By far the biggest transformation is the shop downstairs. So my dad has done a real number on this place. So this is all sorted out. This was actually the little corner that I filmed here. I think it was like this shot. So as you can see, there's not much left. So this turned out really, really nice. Pretty happy with how this all looks now. There's so much space in here now, it's crazy. There you go.